course, we are here at Avicolli's. Happy to be here with you on 7839 Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York. We're right down the street from Liverpool High School. You can literally stand at the corner of Avicolli's and see Liverpool High School. So happy to be here in our Liverpool Varsity boys basketball special. And of course, every month with Liverpool Athletics on Wake Up Call at Avicolli's. Once again, for Liverpool boys basketball, give your team and these gentlemen a round of applause. So we have Alex Trombley with us, as well as head coach Preston Shumpert. Please show some love for Alex and your head coach. Alex, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, I heard y'all talking before you got started on who's media trained and who's not. They said you were a little bit media trained. I can say that you have some media experience because you and I did an interview a couple weeks ago. So,
yeah.
How media trained do you feel?
I just feel confident on the mic. Everything I do, I feel confident. So I feel like it's second nature to me.
It's second nature to you.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel I kind of grew up around the game, see a lot of interviews, so I feel like it just comes natural to me.
So, if you had to channel anybody out there that you've ever seen broadcast, besides me,
okay,
who's somebody?
I don't know any broadcasters, but I watch a lot of Oklahoma City Thunder, so I see a lot of Shea in his interviews, so I watch a lot of those.
Okay, what is it about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander that you like the way that he answers questions? What is it about him?
It's just the aura he has, everything he says is right, you know what I'm saying? Best player in the league, so.
Everything he says is right.
Yeah.
All right, I want to see if your teammates agree with you. Clap. Gentlemen, clap if you think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the best in the NBA right now. All right, so I got 5 people clapping. Clap if you think it's LeBron. That is the correct answer. Clap if you think it's Steph Curry.
Oh, it's that one guy, man.
So I want to know who they think it is because there was some claps for Shea, but guys, shout it out. Who's the best in the NBA?
Tony Snell. Russell Westbrook.
Tyrese Maxey. Russell Westbrook. Kevin Durant. And then there's some that they obviously don't mean. So, all right, Coach Shump, I'm going to go to you for this. You and I have talked for many years, which is crazy because you've been on the show as a Syracuse alum. I watched you as a Syracuse fan, and now I get to hang out with you as a Liverpool coach. So what has this journey been like for you from growing up playing ball to choosing Syracuse to going professionally to now being here with us back in the community as the Liverpool Varsity head coach?
Well, I think, first of all, it's kind of like a dream come true for me to be able to play high school ball and accomplish stuff that I was able to accomplish while I played high school. I get a chance to go play SU. A lot of times, it's better to be lucky than good. It's great to be good at something, but you also have to have a little luck. And I think coming up from high school, I had a couple of guys ahead of me that were ahead of me. They were seniors, I was juniors, and there were college scouts coming to look at them. Yeah. And naturally, they saw me play. So I always try to reverberate that message back to my guys. Just because someone is on your team and maybe he's ahead of you, and at the same time he might be better than you at that point, or in your head, scouts are always coming to watch people, coming to watch players play, and it can happen. So to be able to go from high school, a small high school in Florida, to have a chance to go to Syracuse and play in the Dome in front of the great fans of Syracuse, I couldn't have picked a better path. After that, to be able to play, I think I played 10, 11 years. I'm old now, but 10, 11 years professionally, then eventually settle into a job at Liverpool, and then work my way up. I didn't come to Liverpool and just get handed the varsity coaching job. My good friend Ryan Blackwell was there, and he asked me, do I want to feel like coaching? And I agreed to it. And I first coached freshmen, so I earned everything I got as far as coaching wise. They didn't just give me the keys to the car and just hand it over to me. I coached freshmen. That's when I had Trombley here with me as a freshman, and after that I went to JV, and then Ryan, ultimately took the job at Siena, and then I just naturally moved up. It was pretty much seamless because I knew some of the players and I had coached them at the JV level. So now here we are.
Yeah, like you said, when you have a guy on the team like Alex Trombley and what he's meant to this team over the years, what did you see in him as a freshman when you were the JV coach?
Well, it's a little different because I knew him when he was probably like 7, 8 years old, maybe younger. I used to, train kids for a long time, and his brother was on a team that we used to train, and he used to come every day. Every single time his brother came, that team came, he came. He was too young to do the actual workouts, but he was on the side with his ball doing his own thing. So anything that he saw that us do, he would just do it on the side. And he kept working. I saw him, so I've known him forever, and he's always been a gym rat, and that's part of what you need to be. I mean, you have to live this. A lot of times people question, to ask, about trying what makes him so good, or other players that make him so good, or even myself. It's like, it's not the fact that you play basketball. It's more like your lifestyle. So when you're not playing it, you're thinking about it. When you're not thinking about it, you're watching it. If you're not watching it, you're shooting. If you're not doing that, so your whole life kind of is surrounded by the game. It's always, part of you, and I think you can have great success at things when they become your lifestyle. That's the difference between just guys that play basketball or play baseball or football. It's all about the lifestyle.
Yeah, I can appreciate and respect that. Alex, when you hear that from not just your head coach, but from somebody who played professionally for over a decade, what does it mean to you to hear somebody of Preston's experience, wisdom, and knowledge say that you live the game, you don't just play the game?
I definitely relate to it. I mean, it's been like a lifestyle to me forever, and Shump always gives me like good advice, like for like basketball. So I feel like it gives me a lot of confidence, on the court. So
when you first met Shump, like you said, you were around 7 years old. Do you remember any of those days?
Yeah, just really energetic guy, easy to talk to, and just a funny dude. That's all I remember.
Funny dude. When you found out that he was going to be the head coach of Varsity, just what that meant to you?
It's cool. I mean, I was on freshman team, JV team, and now Varsity. So, I mean, it's just like, a guy that I've played for like my whole life for real. So it was just cool.
Shump, for you and I talked about this on the show, but Ryan Blackwell, obviously part of the Syracuse Orange Brotherhood, you as well, and he got the job from Ari Lieberman to lead this team for varsity for Liverpool boys basketball. Then he moved on to Siena, and you were coaching the JV. And then you got the opportunity to step forward. Like you said, it wasn't given to you. It was Ari again making a choice. What does it say about Liverpool athletics that they're bringing in such wisdom-fed and knowledgeable coaches? Kind of going to ask you to, obviously give some love to Ryan, but also to yourself. When you hear about a former Syracuse player coming back into town for a day, people get excited. Well, you and Ryan are coaching these kids every day. He did it for years, and now here you are.
Yeah, I really enjoy coaching these guys. Growing up as a player, as a high school player, or as a young guy, I never thought about being a coach. My mind was so wrapped around performing on the court, but being a player on the court, pushing myself to be the best I could be as far as enhancing my ability and always being ready for my moment. So I didn't necessarily think about coaching, but one thing led to another. And like I said, I coached freshmen, and I remember those practices at 7 to 9 o'clock at night. Those are tough ones. Those are tough hours. But I knew what it took to be able to coach. You got to be diligent. You got to be really locked into the details and stuff like that. And that's pretty much what I pass on to these players. These guys. It's not about me. It's all about these guys. And I tell them all the time. I'm not saying that just for this show. I'm the coach, and Matt Purcell is also assistant coach this year. But we're going to try to put them in the right spots. It's up to them. How bad they want it. How are they going to work hard? Are they going to stay connected? Stay together. So we're just trying to kind of lead the guys, and it's up to those guys. as far as where they want to take it. So I think that's the most important part. When the players make the decision, it makes everything a little easier.
Yeah. Well, I want to see how much you guys are listening right now. Shump, what's your favorite thing about coaching this Liverpool Varsity boys basketball team, specifically this roster this season?
I think every guy here is they're serious about the game. They come every day trying to work hard. I know they're still high school kids, so there's gonna be times where they kind of want to goof off and kind of get playful, and I don't mind that. I know that that's part of their life right now. I just try to keep them on track, keep pushing them, and their parents have been great as far as allowing me to push them and coach them hard. But all these guys are pretty tough, and I think it's a good combination of kids. They're unselfish, and they're for me, pretty easy to coach.
Well, Alex, you get to do this, but you have to do it while you sit next to your head coach. You saw Jake and Nico do it when coach was kind of not. He was ordering food and maybe not paying attention when Jake got to say it, but then turned around when Nico was talking about it. You're sitting right next to him. What's your favorite thing about Coach Shumpert?
I feel like it's the best out of me. Like, he knows how to coach me the right way. Like, help me perform on the court, and not only just as on the court, but like off the court as a human being. He really helps me push to be a better person.
So you say that about him. Who on your team pushes you the most in practice to be the best?
I'm gonna go. Shout out. Let me go. I'll go Nico Leon. He talks a little trash, but it makes practice competitive.
Okay, when you think about the skills that he has with the basketball, how would you describe that?
He's a little short guy, but he's really quick. He's a good little point guard. He's a good player, and he's a student of the game. So he's a good little player.
Who would you say on the team is the smooth talker that could get you out of a speeding ticket, Alex?
I'm gonna go.
So one of your teammates go, me.
Daxton Archer. Daxton gonna be out of ticket. You know what I mean?
Why? How?
Daxton's just he's a smooth guy. He's gonna get me out of a ticket.
Okay. If you were gonna put one of your teammates on a dating show, what teammate would you make the next Bachelor and make them be on television?
I gotta go with my boy Nico because recently he had his heart broken. So we gotta give my boy some love. You know what I'm saying?
There's Nico. You got Nico to just do a lap. Nico just did an entire lap. Hey, let's just say this on behalf of Nico and the team. Whoever lets you down, Nico, that's gonna be their mistake.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Alex. Let's see here. Let's keep getting you in trouble, Alex.
Yeah.
All right. Who's the teammate that you would trust to jump in front of a bullet for you?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Amari because Amari. He says a lot about me, but he's a dude that I feel like if there's a bullet coming my way, man, he might take it from me for real. So.
Yeah. Amari said yeah. He agreed with me.
Yeah, I think he would.
All right. Well, they said we all would. That was nice from them.
Great teammates.
All right. So I know it's early on in the season.
Yeah.
You got a rivalry game coming up this week against CNS.
Yep.
What can you tell me about this team so far? What you think has really made you believe that this team might have that secret sauce to go a little bit farther this year?
I feel like we got a bunch of guys that last year we had a bunch of basketball players, great players, but not all of them were really basketball guys. But this year I feel like we have a bunch of basketball guys that really love the game. So we got a few young guys on the team, but they do a good job of really locking in, playing hard, playing the roles. So, I think we have a great team.
Preston, what's been your favorite thing about coaching? I know it's early on, but favorite thing about coaching the team this year?
I think overall, like, you know, kind of like what Trombley said, I think last year we had.
I think we lost you for a second. I'll make sure they can hear you, Sean. All right, there you go.
You hear me out? No?
Yeah. It's always my voice, guys.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes.
Can you hear him now?
Can you hear me? Yes? No? No.
All right, use that one.
I think, to me, like kind of like what Alex said, I think last year we had guys that really worked their tails off, and they came every day to work. I think we have a little more pure basketball players this year, a little more skilled guys from the last player to the as far as the pecking order. I would say from my seniors to sophomores, and I think they just a good combination of players that they understand what it takes to win games and be effective. They pay attention to detail, and that's what's the most important thing about it. They play hard, they work hard, pay attention to detail.
All right, attention to detail. Talked about some young guys coming up. All right, so let's play some rapid fire. Coach, you can ask me anything you want. What do you got for me?
How long have you lived in Syracuse?
How long have I lived in? It's an interesting question because I was here for 18 years. Then I went to college. Then I came back for less than 3 months. So I did ESPN in Scranton, ESPN in Syracuse. Then I had ESPN in Orlando, Fox Online, Yahoo here at the Score. So I've been here, let me think, 18 years, plus I came back in 2011, was it 2025? So yeah, so it's been over 30 years of my life that I've been here, but I have lived in 3 different states. So, all right, Preston, my question back to you. You and I talked when you were overseas playing. Where was your favorite place that you played and why?
I'll probably say Istanbul, Turkey.
Istanbul, Turkey?
Yeah.
All right, what'd you like about that?
I think it was very historic. You know, a lot of history there. I went to go see a lot of historic sites there. The weather was really good. The weather was really good. I think it snowed maybe a couple of weeks there, if so. It didn't really get cold, not as cold as here. But I think the culture was really amazing. It's a cool city. It has a lot of people that influence as far as coming from the western side, and it's a pretty interesting place. I think it has a lot of restaurants and stuff like that, American restaurants, and I had a really good time there actually.
How was the language?
The language of Turkish in general is just incredibly hard to try to understand, which is reasonable because every other language is difficult. But everywhere you go, they had English. You know, I mean, as far as English, restaurants had menus there, English. You could get the papers there. You get magazines there, all English. And I mean, the restaurants were normal American restaurants. I mean, P.F. Chang's was there, the KFC. I mean, all McDonald's obviously, but
Yeah.
it had a Western influence to it.
Okay, all right. I like it. Like hearing about it. Okay, Alex, what's your question for me?
Who's the most talented Liverpool basketball player you've ever interviewed?
Oh, that's not fair. Man, there's been a bunch. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can. Okay. I don't think anybody's going to be mad when I say this guy, because those of you that have watched the show, you know that he's been on the show over many years. He was counted out. He wasn't recruited to come to Syracuse. He's made a name for himself. He's done an incredible job. He's worked his tail off. He won a championship while he was at Liverpool. And I got nothing but mad respect for the Sour Patch Kid himself, Charles Pride. I gotta say Charles Pride.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player.
I gotta say Charles, because he's always been good. I get the feeling from him he doesn't answer the phone for everybody, but he'll always make time for me, and I appreciate that.
That's my guy. You know, he texted me like before the season started to come in the gym and get runs. So it was cool to play. I got to play pickup with him and a few other pro guys before the season started. So that was cool. He always shows love to Liverpool. He really he acts like he's like not too big for Liverpool now, but he always shows love to the young guys. So I really respect that.
Yeah, and he's also found his way into the NBA G League.
Yeah.
So he's one step away from being in the NBA itself, just like Simir Torrance, also from here.
Yeah.
So, all right, my question back to you, Alex. If you put together the starting five of your all-star basketball team, who would be your starting five all time?
Any player all time?
Anybody all time?
All right. Me at the 1. At the 2, we'll go Curry. Curry be my shooting guard.
Okay.
Small 4, LeBron. Power 4, let's go. Power forward. Let's go Giannis. And then at center, let's go Wemby. I like Wemby's size and length.
Okay. All right. Next. That's definitely an interesting group. There's a lot of people to choose from for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Preston, I'm going to let you have the final word. What do you want to say to your team, to the Liverpool community, and just what it means to represent Liverpool?
I think this is an interesting group of kids that come out and support. They make it easy to support them. They work hard. They're really, disciplined, unselfish. They play the right way. I think these guys all come together and they have a good time with each other. That means a lot more than X's and O's and scoring. These guys I talk to them all the time, and they're going to look back on these times and remember them for the rest of their lives, because this is when basketball in your life was at the purest form. But these are a good group, man. We're doing good things. We're working hard to improve on what we did last year and stay consistent. So come on out, support us, and it'll be a good product.
Yeah, a lot of great things coming from Liverpool Athletics, Liverpool High School, of course, this Liverpool Varsity boys basketball team. Make sure you go out and support them. I will say this, Alex, to your teammates, and Shump, to your student athletes, no one saved me a slice of pizza today.
Wow.
Nobody.
I barely got some.
Man, Bubby took everything.
Gone.
Bubby had like 5 slices.
I barely got it.
Actually, so Bubby right here?
Yeah, it's Bubby.
So Bubby, did you take a slice from under the table that you were hiding?
I think he had
Bubby
one in
had
his
5
pocket.
slices, man.
How many? Okay, be honest. How many slices did you have?
5. Oh my god.
All right. Did anybody else have 5 or more slices to
Braylon
match?
definitely did.
Oh.
Braylon or
Tyree.
Daxton?
Tyree had 5?
Oh, Tyree had 5.
Who else had 7? Tyree had 7.
He didn't eat breakfast or lunch today.
Oh my goodness.
He's still growing.
Coach, when you got in here, you went right to the food. It was smart. I got up a couple minutes after I said hi to you, and the food was gone.
Yeah, man. These dudes put food away. So when there's food on the table, you better get in there. These guys are savages.
All right, well, the next time we have Liverpool Varsity Boys Basketball, I think we're going to do an Avicolli's pizza eating contest. That's what I think we need to do.
I got Bubby.
You got Bubby?
Yeah,
All right.
I got Bubby.
So for Liverpool Athletics and for this Liverpool Varsity Boys Basketball team and for Wake Up Call from Avicolli's, give them a round of applause, Alex, Coach Shump, and the whole team.